Hello everybody, and welcome to How to Make Your Wife Happy and Healthy. It's the New Year's and the Oscars are coming up, so is the Super Bowl. Lots of great stuff to watch, and you want to be able to watch without being interrupted. So how do you do that while making great food that people enjoy? Well, I've got a lot of party recipes ready to go. So let's get cooking. The next party food I have for you is the 7-layer dip. Now sure, you can buy this in the store, but it doesn't taste as good. And your guests will really appreciate it if you make it fresh on your own. And it's not very hard to do. So I'm going to show you how to do it now.
It's enjoyable with any type of chip.
So here are the items you're going to need. A large enough dish, like a casserole dish, that can hold all the ingredients. 16-ounce can of refried beans. 4 ripe avocados. Guacamole mix.
But we ate all of it.
Oh. We'll just use avocados then.
Sadness.
The juice of 1 lemon. Half a cup of sour cream. 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. 1 ounce of taco seasoning mix. Your favorite shredded Mexican cheese or cheddar cheese. 1 bunch of green onions. 4 ounces of olives. 3 tomatoes peeled and chopped. First thing I do is take your refried beans and spread it out in the bottom of the casserole dish. It's best to spread it out with a spatula if you got one. Make sure to even out as much as you can. We're going to set aside the casserole dish, and now we're going to do the avocados. We're going to cut and peel all the avocados. And mash them up. Once you cut your avocado in half, place on the board, bang the knife into it, twist, and there goes the seed right out. Scoop out the inside of the avocado and put it into a bowl. Now we've gotten all the avocados in the bowl, we're going to need to blend them. You can mash them with a fork, or you can use our favorite method, the blender. Also, if you want to spice up your dish, you can add one of those guacamole spices into the avocados.
That we mentioned earlier.
Have a blender or fork will do, especially if it's really soft. Blend it with your blender's lowest setting. And yes, that is our lowest setting. Take the guacamole, or avocados, and put them on top of the refried beans. Again, smooth it out with your spatula. Try and make the layer nice and even. To get it this creamy, you'll need a blender. Avocados, like most fruit, get brown when exposed to air. So we're going to slice up a lemon and put the juice on top to help keep it from browning. If you want to prevent the seeds from getting onto your dish, let the juice go through your hands. Again, now we're going to set it aside so we can do the sour cream layer. A cup of sour cream. Our house doesn't have half a cup measurement, so we take 1 cup and take half of it. Two tablespoons of mayonnaise. One ounce of taco seasoning mix. Stir it all together, blend it well. Okay, now that the cream layer is mixed well, we're going to put it on top for layer number 3. Layer, we're going to add the green onions. First, we're going to chop them up after we've washed them. First, chop off the ends and throw them away. I'm using a special French chef knife. I just slide along and cut them. Make sure you get all the way through them. The hardest part about chopping green onions that you can't always cut all the way through them. You cut down to the board, but the board doesn't allow you to cut any farther, and they stick together.
Hardest part about cutting, trying not to cut yourself.
For layer 5, we wash, peel, and chop the tomatoes. Now we're going to chop up the tomatoes. I like to use a serrated knife, and when I do it, I want to make sure I cut out the core like I do all fruits. So I cut a slice just off center, continue to slide across, cutting off center, just with the core in the middle. Chop the top off to get rid of the core top. Now the rest of the tomato is ready for slicing. If you know how thick your tomatoes are, you might cut them in half again to make them smaller for your sliced pieces, but you do not need to. Now I'm going to put on layer 5, the tomatoes. Try and spread them out evenly. Okay, for our 6th layer, we are going to use olives.
But we don't like olives.
Okay, then we'll just throw them away.
It's a 6th layer dip now.
And for the 7th layer...
6! We threw away all the olives.
Alright, for the 6th layer, we're going to spread over the cheese. A nice coating of cheese, however much you like, is good. Recommended 8 ounces. For your 7th layer,
6.
you gotta make sure that the cheese covers the tomatoes. You might see some tomatoes poking through, and that's okay. Now that we finished our
6.
layer dip, we can wrap it with either aluminum foil or saran wrap and put it in the refrigerator until we're ready to serve it. Here's what the
6.
layer dip looks like from the edge.
It has the benefit of it very well. Tastes much better without the olives.